Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the chemistry class. And today I will continue the chapter States of Matter, Gases and Liquid. Last day we started the discussion about the gas laws and we discussed the Boyle's law. Today we will start from Charles' law. First we will discuss the statement. Charles' law statement is like that at constant pressure the volume of a given mass of a gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 of its volume at 0 degree centigrade for each 1 degree rise or fall in temperature. Let V0 be the volume of a given mass of the gas at 0 degree centigrade. So, V0, the volume of a gas of given mass at 0 degree centigrade. Next, at T1 degree centigrade, at T1 degree centigrade, the volume of the gas will be V1, then V1 is equal to, according to Charles' law, that will be V0 plus V0 into T1 divided by 273. Okay, this is by Charles' law. So here if we take the common V0, 1 plus T1 by 273, then we will get V0 is 273 plus T1 divided by 273, and this 273 plus T1, if we write, this one is capital T1 by 273. Okay, so this equation we are giving as 1. Next, similarly at T2 degree centigrade, the volume of the gas will be V2. So at T2 degree centigrade, the volume of the gas V2 is equal to V0 plus V0 into T2 divided by 273. So if we take the common V0, then you will get 1 plus T2 by 273. Okay, then you are getting that V0 273 plus T2 divided by 273. Here we are taking the 273 plus T2 is equal to capital T2 Kelvin. So this will be equal to V0 T2 by 273. Okay, this is equation 2. Okay, now if we divide these two, okay, that means V1 by V2. If we do it, then what will be the expression here? If we write V1 by V2, that will be equal to V0 T1 by 273 into 273 by V0 into T2. So this will cut, that will be equal to T1 by T2. So from here we are getting that V1 by V2 is equal to T1 by T2. Hope you can understand. So from here we can easily write that V is proportional to T. Okay, when pressure is constant, at constant pressure. Okay, so this is the another form of Charles' law. Therefore, alternative statement of the Charles' law here we can state in this way, that the volume of a given mass of a gas kept at constant pressure is directly proportional to its absolute temperature in Kelvin. Okay. Next, we will discuss the graphical representation. Now, if we plot temperature versus volume, okay, if we plot temperature along x-axis and volume of the gas along y-axis at constant pressure, then we will get a plot like this. This one is the temperature and this one is the volume. This is 0 degree, this is 100 degree, this is 200, 300. Then we will get a curve like this. Okay, we will get a straight line like this. Okay, this one is 300 at constant pressure. Now, here if we extraplot this one, then it will touch this axis. Definitely, here volume of the gas will be 0. Okay, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Definitely, the volume of the gas will be 0. And this is nothing but minus 273 degrees centigrade, where the volume of the gas will be 0. Okay, we can write in another way that volume at 273 degrees centigrade, volume at minus 273 degrees centigrade. What will be the volume here? That will be V0 minus V0 by 273 into 273. That will be 0. So absolute 0. Okay, this is called absolute 0 or minus 270 degrees centigrade, or it is generally denoted as 0 Kelvin. So absolute 0 is the lowest temperature theoretically possible at which volume of a gas should become 0 is known as absolute 0. Practically, if we think that volume, how it will be 0? If we reduce the temperature, then gas will become liquid, finally it will become solid. So experimentally it is not possible, but theoretically, okay, we are showing that at absolute temperature the volume will be 0 and this will be the lowest temperature, okay, according to this Charles law, okay, and this is the lowest possible temperature. Hope you can understand. And from this concept, a scale was introduced that is called absolute temperature scale. A scale of temperature starting from minus 273 degrees centigrade as 0, okay, or it is called absolute 0, or this is 0 Kelvin, minus 270 centigrade. And Kelvin temperature, centigrade temperature, okay, or Celsius temperature, you can convert into Kelvin scale. Suppose if there is 1 degree centigrade, okay, then you have to add 273. That means Kelvin temperature is equal to T plus 273 Kelvin. Okay, if there is 1 degree centigrade temperature, definitely in Kelvin scale it will be 274 Kelvin. If there is 225, it is the room temperature 25 degrees centigrade. Okay, then we have to add 25 with 273 and you will get 298 Kelvin. So in this way we can easily convert the centigrade scale to Kelvin scale. Okay, next we will discuss the pressure temperature relationship or Gay-Lussac's law. Pressure, temperature, relationship or Gay-Lussac's law. This is another gas law. Okay, at constant volume, the pressure of a given mass of a gas increases by 1 by 273 of its original volume at 0 degree centigrade for every 1 degree rise in temperature. If P0 is the pressure at 0 degree centigrade, if P0 is the pressure at 0 degree centigrade, Okay, and P1 is the pressure at T degree centigrade, and P1 is the pressure at T degree centigrade. Okay, then according to this law, we can write that Pt is equal to P0 plus, okay, P0 into T divided by 273. So here we have to take P0 common, 1 plus T by 273. So from here we can write P0 273 plus T divided by 273. So if we take that 273 plus T is equal to T Kelvin. So from here we can write, or T1 Kelvin. From here we can write that P0 into T1 divided by 273. Okay. This is one equation. Okay. So here T is the temperature in degrees, absolute, or you can tell is Kelvin scale. Okay. That in Kelvin scale. Okay. Or absolute scale. In general, if P1 and P2 are the pressures at the absolute temperature T1 and T2. Okay. So P1 is the pressure at absolute temperature T1, and P2 is the pressure at absolute temperature T2 of the same mass of a given gas. Okay. Then from here what we can able to write, if we take the ratio, that is P1 by P2, then definitely we will get T1 by T2. From here we have already calculated Pt is equal to P0 T1 by 273, and if it is the T1, if we put here T1, then 270 plus T1 is a capital T1. In another temperature, the T2, that Pt2 will be P0 plus P0 into T2, and by 273, finally we will get 273 plus T2, that will be capital T2. Then if we divide it 1 by 2, we will get that P1 by P2. Okay. If this one is the P1, this one is the P1, another will be the P2, then P1 by P2 will be equal to T1 by T2. So from here we can write that P is proportional to T. Okay, when volume is the constant. Okay, so in this way we can easily establish the pressure temperature relationship or the Gay-Lussac's law. And from this thing, okay, again we can give another statement of this pressure Gay-Lussac's law, that at constant volume the pressure of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss another law, that is the Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law already we have learned in class 10, that equal volume of all gases contain equal number of molecules under similar condition of temperature and pressure. And according to this law, that is V is proportional to N. Okay, and here temperature and pressure are constant. T and P constant. Okay. Now here what is the V? V is the volume of the gas and N is the number of molecules at constant temperature and pressure. Hope you can understand. And next we will discuss the combined gas laws. Combined gas laws. So from Boyle's law, what we are getting? V varies as 1 by P. Okay. And from Charles' law we are getting V varies as T. So by combination we will write that V proportional to T by P. So from here we can easily get the relation V by T is equal to K, that is constant. So we can write this combined gas law statement as, For a given mass of a gas, the product of its pressure and volume divided by its Kelvin temperature is constant. That is PV by T is equal to constant. So again I am telling that from Boyle's law, we are getting V value as 1 by P. Okay, when temperature is constant. Okay, at constant temperature. Constant temperature. Okay. And from Charles' law, we are getting that V is proportional to T, where at constant pressure, when pressure is constant. Hope you can understand. So, by combining these two laws, we can write V is proportional to T by P. So, from here we can write some proportionality constant into T by P. So, from here we can write PV is equal to KT. Okay. Or we can write as PV by T is equal to some K that will be constant. Okay. So if V1 is the volume of a gas at pressure P1 and T1 and temperature T1, and V2 is the volume of the same amount of gas at pressure P2 and temperature T2, then we can write another equation, that is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. That will be equal to constant, as PV by T is equal to constant. So this relation is very much useful for converting the volume of a given mass of gas from one set of condition to another. For 1 mole gas, okay, this K we can term as universal gas constant. Okay, so from here you can write PV by T is equal to R for 1 mole gas. So from here we can write PV is equal to RT, and this equation, that PV is equal to RT, this is called general gas equation. If there is n mole gas, then we can write PV is equal to nRT. This is for n mole gas. Hope you can understand. Now we will try to calculate the unit of R. What will be the unit of R? That is also very important. So we know that PV is equal to nRT for n mole gas. So R is equal to P into V divided by N into T. Okay, hope you can understand. Now, if P is equal to 1 atmosphere, and V is in the liter unit, okay, that will be the, for 1 mole gas, it will be the 22.4 liter. Okay, and N is equal to 1 mole gas. And T is the Kelvin scale temperature is 0 degree. So here we will write that 273 Kelvin. Now if we put this value, then what we will get? P is equal to 1 atmosphere into V with 22.4 liters divided by 1 mole into T is the 273 Kelvin. So in this way we can easily calculate. If we calculate it, then we will get the value, that will be 0.0821. Okay, and unit will be, that is the liter atmosphere per degree per mole. Okay, this is the liter atmosphere per degree Kelvin we can write per Kelvin per mole, or we can write per degree per mole. Per mole. Okay. So in this way we can easily calculate the value of universal gas constant R. Okay. But if we write the pressure in bar, then it will be 0 R value will be 0.083 liter bar Kelvin inverse, okay, mole inverse. But if you want to write in the joule, okay, so here R value will be 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. If we want to write the R value in arc, then we have to write that 8.314 into 10 to the power 7 arc per Kelvin per mole. And if you want to write the value of R in calorie, then it will be 1.987 calorie per Kelvin per mole. So in this way we can easily calculate the value of R. Hope you can understand. Okay. Next day, today up to this, and next day we will continue these chapters. We will discuss the Graham's law of partial pressure. Okay. Graham's law of diffusion and partial Dalton's law of partial pressure is there. That we will discuss. So today up to this. Thank you.